Hello everyone, I welcome you all for the lecture series videos of Basics of Mechanical Engineering. So in this lecture series video we are discussing about the gas metal arc welding process, then introduction about the process, various equipment used in the process, then principle of operation of the gas metal arc welding process, and finally applications. As a continuation of the previous video, we have an important process parameters that is used in the gas metal arc welding process. So these parameters are very important to ensure the quality of welding process, and also this can be extended to do research in gas metal arc welding process. So once we focus on this process variables, this will enhance the metallurgical properties of the welding process, and this is also used to alter the mechanical properties of the welding process. Then it is used for typical research and development applications in defense, missile systems, rockets, etc. So by focusing on this, we can do many things. So let us have a detailed discussion on this. So here I have listed the process variables, important process variables used in GMAW process. So these process variables are categorized into three types. So these are all the important categories of the gas metal arc welding process variable. So the first variable is an online variable that is related with the dynamic part of welding process, that is power supply. For example, power supply, feeding systems related with the torch, speed, and etc. And the second considerations is comes under offline variables. It is related with the flow rate, composition, angle, etc. Then unmodified variables. So we cannot do these variables. We cannot change it. So those variables those variables are comes under unmodified variables. So let us have a discussion on this. So coming to the online variable, we have a power supply. So in the power supply, it is related with the online variable. So we can control voltage, then welding current and the polarity of the welding process, then wire feeding speed and the torch speed. By controlling this, we can alter the mechanical properties, metallurgical properties, etc. So we can able to get the different types of joints with different metallurgical properties. Uh, that is called microstructural changes, and followed by the mechanical changes. So by controlling the voltage and current, we can control the heat developed in the welding process. By controlling the heat, we can control the microstructural changes in the welding process. So by controlling the microstructures, we can control the mechanical properties of the welding process. And second case is the polarity. That is, in the previous video we have discussed about the direct polarity and reverse polarity. So that is useful for thin and joining of thin and thick metals. And wire feed speed, the amount of deposition of welding that is electrode, consumable electrode is depends upon the wire speed and the torch speed also. And the second thing is about the offline variables, that is related with the shielding gas supply. So usually the purpose of supplying the shielding gas is used to avoid the oxidation during the welding process. Because if you use, for in the case of ferrous welding process, so ferrous, if it reacts with atmospheric air which contains oxygen, if the molten weld pool is reacts with atmospheric air, the ferrous becomes ferrous oxide. So it is very inert in nature, which because it reduces the mechanical property. So we have to shield the weld pool properly. On the other hand, if we use this process is used to join the non-ferrous, say for example aluminium. Aluminium reacts with oxygen, it becomes alumina, aluminium oxide. That is also very inert in nature. So to avoid oxidation, we have a control over an shielding gas. So for that, we can control the flow rate. We can have a regulator that is used to control the flow rate, then the composition of shielding gas, then the torch angle, contact tube, workpiece distance. Then unmodified variables, that is workpiece characteristics, that is the composition of the filler metal, then melting temperature, thermal conductivity, thermal diffusivity, joint geometry, etc. Because these are all the customer requirement, we cannot change it. Coming to the important process parameters, here I have tabled the best industry practice that is used in GMAW process. Uh, the first process is current. The notation of the current is ampere. Unit is ampere. That can be followed from 180 to 220 amperes. The lower level it is about 180 ampere and medium level is about 200 ampere and the upper level is about 220 ampere. And coming to the voltage, it is notated in capital letter V. The unit for voltage is volts. The lower level for voltage in industrial practice is 24 volts and 25 volts and 26 volts. Then coming to the travel speed, centimeters per minute in terms of that is notated in the letter S. That is 40 centimeters per minute, 45 and 50 centimeters per minute is the usual industry practice. And these are all the references for my presentation. Manufacturing Technology, Foundry, Forming and Welding, authored by P.N. Rao. And my second reference, a textbook of Production Technology, authored by the P.C. Sharma. So this video, we discussed about the important process parameters that is used in the metal arc welding process. So I hope this video is useful for you. Thank you for your attention.